Welcome along everyone to my guide on yet another Zombie Survivors. We're going to talk everything about this game from the very beginner friendly new player to the genre stuff through to some more end game combos, team selections and everything in between. So take it that this is your first screen that you have come in on this game. You'll have the start, you won't have the upgrades, that will be completely blanked out. You'll have achievements, follow-us, options and games. The upgrades will literally unlock once you've got some money in game, and we'll show you that shortly anyway. So let's just go by what you have to do. You've got some achievements here, and what I'd recommend to any new player is if you're ever struggling about what to try and do, come in here and look at the achievements, because it does give you some really good indications of where you should focus. So let's talk about some of these here. You have 5-10 minutes on endless mode. We'll talk about endless mode shortly. Equip an item. It's probably going to be one of your first ones that you do. It's raining men. Don't worry about that. There's a guide on their channel if you're ever interested. Complete a solo run in default mode with just the team leader, so on and so forth. And what you get from these, as you can see here, is the rewards. The rewards will come on. You get from a crate, which we'll showcase in the game shortly. But if you're ever sort of struggling around what you want to do, come to the achievements. And it will give you an indication. For showcase wise, I've got basically the third rank of a lot of characters still to get. They're the ones that I've just got left to do before. Actually, at this point, while I'm just going to be grinding the game to get to them, it is time just to do a guide for new players, as the game has recently come out. As I said right at the back of the beginning, this upgrade section will be sort of blacked out or grayed out until you have completed a game or your first run, because you'll get some money, which we'll showcase shortly, and we'll come to that now actually. So before you go and look out, this is your upgrade tree. So any sort of bullet heaven type of game that you have, whether it be Zombie Survivors, Hall of Torments, other ones I've played, Rogue Genesia, Rainfield, and all of the other Gungeon games and all of that good stuff, they all have a similar thing to this. This is where, and it's that roguelike element where you go out, you do an activity, you get some resources, you're coming back in and you're upgrading yourself. In this game, it's called training points. You earn training points by getting dollars on the ground, which is showcased by here. You collect more money, get more training points. And in this game, it's quite generous actually. You get the training points pretty quickly. You're probably getting 11 if you're doing a whole from start to finish, and you're getting through to the end time, which I'll talk about in a minute. You're getting probably 12 to 15 training points per go. So yeah, you can get through this pretty quickly. These start at 1 point for the first level, 2 points for the second, 3 points for the third, 5 points for the fourth, and 10 points for the last, for instance. And on here it starts at 3, 4, and I think it goes 5, and then you got 4, and it goes all the way up to the last one needing 13. These are gated, so you need to do 10 points, 20 points, 30 points before you unlock them. 10 points have to be in the first one, and then that unlocks this tier, and then you need 20 points in the first 2 tiers to unlock this one, and then 30 points in the top 3 tiers before you unlock the bottom one. Recommendations off the start is you go endurance and strength straight off the bat. More damage, more health is really good. Couple of points into charisma, couple of points into intellect are really good. And then agility, as you get towards the surviving the whole thing, the hordes do get really quicker at you. But just for instance, this is the unlock that I had for completing the hardcore mode, so the hardest mode in the game. And this is the setup that I had. So a couple of points here just to go a little bit faster. You are going to need to kite around some enemies and everything, but yeah, standard off the start, go endurance, strength, and then as the rest of the stuff unlocks, goes for what tailors your playstyle. I quite like a regen and an armor based playstyle, so you don't take as much damage and you're regenerating your health over time, which is really good. But that's my personal preference. If you're really interested in the in-depths of them, I can probably tell you the pros and cons for each, but Eventually you're going to get them all if you play the game enough anyway, but recommendation off the start is endurance and strength. Then let's go into start. So as you can see here, this is the starting screen where you're going to select your team leader. Each character has their own leader perk, as it says on here. For SWAT, who's this guy just here, he has increased reload speed by 5%. Tank has max HP by 300, and Engineer reduces skill cooldown by 5%. These three characters are the characters that you unlock as you unlock the game or start the game. You have to earn the Huntress, the Ghost, and the Medic. To get the Huntress, you need to survive in a map for 15 minutes. Easier said than done off the start. You're not going to get into the first map and just unlock the Huntress. Technically I did. But I played the demo a hell of a lot, and if you're unsure, that the demo might not still be available, but the game's like £4, so just give the devs your money. It's £4 and it's really enjoyable. But yeah, you've got 15 minutes survival for the Huntress. She'll be your first one that you pick up out of these three. Next is Ghost. You need to kill 100 bosses, and you're thinking, oh my god, Paul, that is a lot of bosses. It's not. The bosses in this game are like elite level enemies that come out. They have a red hue around them. There's red markers on the sides of the screen. Again, we'll showcase this in a minute. Yeah, you'll see them on there. So you got to kill 100 bosses to get to Ghost. Again, just by playing the game, you'll get that. Then you have the Medic. The Medic is actually one of my favorite characters in the game so far. There's only 6 to choose from, so you know someone's got to be a favorite, but it's underestimated. This character is increases all health bonuses by 50%. Really good. So health pack that would normally heal for 200 heals for 300. So yeah, but you need to pick up 200 health kits. So they're little hearts that drop onto the screen, and you can't pick them up unless you are damaged. So if you're wondering why you can't pick it up, the health orbs you have to do. Okay, so spoilers, we're going to go in with, let's go in with SWAT. Why not? So once you've got your character, so again I picked SWAT. You're coming into Arena. At the time of recording, 17th of July, if you're interested, we only have access to the isolated city. Green Hell is coming soon, as it says on the screen. Now, isolated city, there's 3 modes here. You've got default. I need to push this button. Endless, which is your standard. Keep going for as long as you can. As you can see here, I've done it for 30 minutes and 12 seconds, just at the bottom here. And hardcore, the standard game mode on steroids. Get ready for much tougher challenge. It only lasts for 10 minutes, so it is. I tried it 8 times, cleared it once. That was probably one of the last videos that I put out on the channel. I haven't quite worked out the candidates for the post-game stuff, but yeah, so you've got 3 game modes: hardcore, which is difficult, default, and endless. But you won't be able to get access to endless until you, I think, have completed default, and then I think survive X amount of time to get access to hardcore. It tells you in here. So if you just, I'm playing with a PlayStation 5 controller. It's obviously a Xbox 360 controller. On the bottom, push Y or triangle, and it cycles between them. It tells you literally here what you need to do to unlock it. But first time through, literally default, and by doing that you then get into the game. Now this is the UI, and I quite like it. A couple of things I head back to the devs on is a UI for ammo. So it's a free shooter. I'm not pushing any buttons at this moment in time. The character will auto shoot to the nearest, at the start, the nearest enemy. So yeah, off he goes, he's shooting there, and you can see you've got the yellow sort of gems. That's your experience. Click on that, and you see my yellow bar at the top of the screen. Go across. Again, there's some more. Just to the right of that yellow screen, you'll see the green sort of up arrows. That's your training points. And you can see there, I need $3,400 to get an ability point. When you first start the game, it's not that high. It's a lot lower. But my experience bar went all the way across, and now I get to select a power up. For the SWAT, I get access to the grenade trail, which is a skill, helicopter strike, which is a skill, and the pistol, which is his pistol, his basic attack, basically. So basic and 2 specials. If you're new to playing the game, I would highly recommend you upgrade your weapon first. And as you can see at the top here for the pistol, there's like the rhombuses. There's 4 of them. Basically, there's 4 upgrades until it evolves. For the skills, this has got 5, but it doesn't upgrade. 5 doesn't upgrade. So for the pistol, I would get this up first. And what that does, it said on the screen, was it increases the fire rate, increases the damage, increases the amount of bullets held inside. You see there, I've just got $560 for picking up that one dollar sign off the floor. When you first start playing the game, I think it's 200, just because of the perks and unlocks that I've got through the achievements as we showed at the start. That's why that is bigger for me. Again, got another level up, and again, we're going to go pistol. Now, you might see on the screen there is a star. What happens if I go on the star? This unlocks Killing Frenzy. And you can probably already notice what Killing Frenzy's done. It increases my weapon fire rate. So it's currently at 175% there on the right hand side. I never actually really noticed whether that goes down after killing spree. So just pushing the start menu as well, it brings up this screen, and I'll come on to what this means in a minute. But looking at the middle of the screen, weapon fire rate 175. But yeah, so star is weapon fire rate. There's also a lightning bolt, which increases your movement speed, and a shield, which increases your defense. So we'll come back to that. Now, as you can see here, my pistol has gone because I got up to the 4 notches. I'm going to go to the SMG, enhance your pistol into an SMG. Thank you very much. And now, as you can see, it's changed the gun. Again, high fire rate, really, really good. I need to move because I'm just not going to die. When you get hit, I'll keep going SMG. When you get hit, you see the red tinge go around to the screen. That is a notification that you've got hit. So, yeah. Cool. Excellent. Good timing. SOS signal detected. And there's an amber one as well. So one of the things that makes this game really unique is you're not just out with SWAT or the team leader that you selected. You can go and get some more. Move over to the SOS and it brings you another power up. We can get the ghost, we can get the tank, or we can liberate. Liberate is, if maybe I don't like these and I don't have any rerolls, because you can unlock rerolls, standard stuff for this game genre, is you go, do you know what, I don't like them. I want $800 because I need the training points, for instance, or you're doing a solo run where you just don't want any of these. You can get a level up and $800. Really, really useful if you're doing that type of challenge. Or you can get a recruit. So you've got tank, ghost. It could have been, this could be huntress. It could be the engineer. It could be the medic. Just they get pulled out of a pool. Now, what's so good here is this tank. By picking him, I will get a max health 300. If I pick the ghost, I'll get max health 300. But then you also then get half of their leader perk. So in this case, max health of 150. So I'm getting an extra 450 health just by picking the tank. And there we go. Here comes the tank. And he has a shotgun and they're together. You can have a maximum of 3 people in the game out on a map at once. Again, in the future, you know, could that be more? Could that end up being less through balancing? Who knows? Oh, we've got a speedy boy. But the other thing that we had on the screen was the sort of that yellow triangle. That is this flashing crate in front of me. Stand over it like you did with the SOS. The ring goes round and then you get access to perks. These are called power-ups. They're perks. They're really good. These are the things, as we looked in, and this is why I showed the achievements at the start, is you go in and do the achievements. What you unlock from them achievements comes into this pool. So for instance, we've got the scouter here. I can do crit chance, crit damage. I can do a compass for more XP, or I can do a lucky bill for money modifier. I'm going to go money modifier just purely because I might as well use this to get some more money and more training points. More training points is more perk points in the achievement. So I'm just going to do that. But there's really good combinations in here. And I'll probably, in my reviews of each of the characters, probably go through some of the more specific things that you want. Right, here we go. I was talking about it earlier before we started. We have the heart, and there's also like a magnet. Let me... I won't do bombing strike. It's that's bombing strike is if you get to level 3 in a character, and should have probably talked about that earlier as well. But yeah, sword blade drone. I'll probably have to edit in something, or actually we can do it in a minute. I'll do it in a minute. I'll come back out and I'll do it. I'm gonna bring out sword blade drone, and this is one of the skills for the tank. It just comes round and round and round. There you go. So as you can see here, I've got a heart here, but I can't pick it up. If you look at the very top center, I've got 1700 health. Let's just get the killing frenzy, because why not? Yeah, I can't collect it. So what I actually need to do is take some damage. Probably going to be easier said than done at this moment in time. Let's just go shotgun. And shotgun, and again, getting lots of levels. Needs to get some damage. One of the things I'll now do is just pick up the magnet. Is the magnet, as per normal stuff in this game, it just sucks literally everything up. But the good thing about this game as well, Jesus, how many levels do I want? Is it sucks up all of the dollars as well, which is really, really good. Right, can someone... I just want to get hit, please. Oh my god. Can someone just hit me? As you see, yeah, I can't actually get hit at the moment. There we go. Got hit, and now I can pick it up, and I got 200. So yeah, that's the general gist of the game, is to go through and pick them up. As I said earlier, lightning bolt, super speed, and now your movement speed is doubled. What I do want to check is, yeah, you look down there, my weapon fire rate was 175 with that perk, so maybe that perk just gives 50% weapon fire rate. I think it does. I've now got movement speed up at 131%. Let's just bring the shotgun. Again, the shotgun will then evolve into a pump action shotgun. Standing over the dude, and now I've got access to the Huntress of the Ghost. Yeah, again and again, look at here, we had the Ghost before, so it's still the same, max health 300 and a 2.5% chance to dodge incoming damage. So you get half of their leader skill. I really like Ghost, he's really, really good. And again, then you're coming over to this crate, getting more perks. Note here, if you're looking at this, the health potion and the pills are one-time things, so that will just heal me for 300. It's not a 300 max health, and this isn't a permanent 50 regeneration every 10 seconds with our max health down. That is there and then I get 50 health a second for 10 seconds. So I get basically 500 health boost for 10 seconds. They're both pretty garbage, to be perfectly honest. One that I do like is congratulations letter, guaranteed level up. When you're doing solo runs and you're looking for money, yeah, getting level ups are good. So yeah, I can see there after 4 minutes, the Horde evolves. Our danger is level 2. And this is what I wanted to talk about. So right at the bottom of the screen there, the Horde at level 2 means that the health has gone from 100% to 150. Movement speed stayed the same. They're now doing slightly more damage, but they're giving more XP. As you progress through all of these zones or the stages, the Horde goes up and up and up and up. The level goes up to the point where at some point you're looking at 700% health for them, and they're doing 400% damage and all of this good stuff. It basically makes the game harder over time, and which is good, you know, because at the moment I'm just mowing down things, and at this point, no matter how many enemies of these levels that are coming at me, I could just bat them away quite easily. The game gets harder the longer you're doing it. And now, obviously, you can just see underneath the experience bar, we're looking at 4 minutes and 10 seconds so far. So for default mode that we're in at the moment, you need to survive 20 minutes. For the hardcore, it's only 10. At that time, it goes light. All the enemies on the screen die. There's no super boss at the end like there is Vampire Survivors and the Horde of Torment. It's not like that. This is literally surviving the night to do some stuff. Thankfully for me, at this moment in time, it's good. So, one thing I did want to show, there's two more things I want to really showcase before we wrap up the beginner's guide, is what happens now when you try and recruit someone. So obviously we've got the 3 people here. You get basically, it just takes that instant liberation of a free level up. So yeah, we're going to go and just get the pump action shotgun here. So yeah, and I've got 1200 gold because I've got perks and stuff going on. And I just want to make your eyes look to the top right hand side of the screen here where it says 1880 sorry, of $3450. Basically I need $3,450. I've got 1880. Wow, Paul, speak properly. To get the next level, and I currently have accrued 1 level of ability point. So you can see how well you're doing there. Down that right hand side shows all of the perks that you picked. Down the left hand side of the screen you have your level. The star is the type of level that you're on, so star is default. There's the like an infinity looking symbol for endless, and there's a skull and crossbones for hardcore. Underneath that you see a counter, which is how many enemies we've killed. But look at the bottom right hand side of your screen right now. There was a red icon. This is your boss. This is a meat dude. I'm not going to tell you how to easily defeat him. There's multiple ways that you can defeat him. I could tell you, I suppose. Here's a guide after all, Paul. So with that dude, he comes down. There's just a helicopter strike. That's garbage, by the way. He comes in with his strike. You just kite it, back off. He slams, or you just circle around him, and he can't do anything for you. There's another guy that comes rushing in. Again, if we can showcase that, we will. Oh my word. I don't really want to showcase a lot of this other stuff. Just what have we got? Yeah, health regeneration, really good. Health regeneration done. Happiness, there's one thing that I need to talk about. Happiness is your luck stat. Luck doesn't, in this case, doesn't indicate crit chance as it does in others. This indicates the drop chance that you are going to get for things like the shield that's on the screen, the hearts there as well. Yeah, really, really useful to get because in later parts you are going to want the health here. But anyway, as I was saying, back to the bosses. There is the guy with the axe that we just saw. There is like a witch who puts a load of crows out towards you. She is static while she does that, so again you circle behind her and kill her. And then there is the rush boy. There's a guy you'll see, like with the helicopter strike you just saw there, there was a line coming down that was amber. He has a red version that tracks you, and yeah, you literally let him charge at you, stepped off to the side and follow him in. You've got a good 4 or 5 second window to get some damage in before he then starts charging at you again, so on and so forth. You can see at the moment here there's some like pools of sort of poison. They're caused by the green boys at the top. They're staggering. Whenever they die, they leave that pool. It goes again after a few seconds. There is another variant of that, which we might get to. I think it's 8 minutes they start showing up at the next horde level. They spit at you, and there's a green orb that comes flying across. Again, you just have to move out the way of that. Let's just get Killing Frenzy. It's really good. Now, we've got Killing Frenzy on. If I pick up another one, it just resets it, by the way. So you don't get double bubble for Killing Frenzy. So if you've got 2 on the ground, just make sure that you are... Yeah, we pick up. So I'd pick up another one like now if I had that chance. Let's just do the sniper rifle. Screw it. Other things is obviously red gems are worth more than the blue gems, which are worth more than the others. There's that lady who spits out everybody. You can just spin around her and she's dead. Really, really simple. When Elite bosses, as they're known, are one. There's only one of them out. They're really, really easy to do. The challenge comes later on in the run when you're getting 6, 7, 8 of them, and you have to try to manage however, like crows coming at you. You've got Axeman who will just obliterate you in not one hit, but it will do massive damage. And then you've got a Charger Boy coming at you, and you have to juggle them along with all the minions around you. It becomes really, really challenging. Really, really good. So yeah, it's that. And again, we need on this one we just need to survive for 20 minutes. So that's the general gist of everything. Just keeping that come. So just going to end this mission. I don't need to showcase you anything more. There was one thing that I did forget to talk about at the start when we come in here, and that is the sort of the chevrons or the rhombuses down the side. That indicates the level of the character. So at the moment you see SWAT, he's at rank 2. If I go over to tank, he's at rank 3, and you have more unlocks. So if I come over here, you unlock the bombing strike that we got, and the minigun and the rocket launcher. That's the assault rifle, that's a sniper rifle, and that's a assault turret, I think it's called. But as you see here, it's kill 9,583 more zombies with this survivor as the leader. They've all got it to get to rank 3. This is how you unlock the new ranks. At the beginning, there'll be nothing in these chevrons, and you'll need to kill 5,000 enemies, I think, as them as the leader. To put it into perspective, when I unlocked the medic, who was the last one that I did one run through with her, which took me from a default run, and I got through to the 20 minutes and evacuated out. We did 4,000 something damage. 4,000 zombies killed. Now, it doesn't have to be this individual who does the kill. It could be anyone in the party. So you could have medic, ghost, and huntress, and she could kill, say, 2 people. That could be 5,000, 5,000. You would get 10,002 kills in this number. They just have to be in the leader slot, and then it's that amount of kills. It's not the individual. So, for instance, when I went to upgrade the ghost, I took him out on a solo run, thinking that it had to be him on its own. You don't. It's just everyone in that party, and it counts towards it. So, should have said that when we did the beginning of the team. So yeah, and I think that as a guide for yet another zombie survival is probably about that. I could go into more detail around all of the different perks, but I'm going to save them for the specific characters themselves. Just worked on a tank one. That'll be coming up in the channel shortly. Going to get the others all up to rank 3 before I do them. But yeah, let me know in the comment section down below if I've missed anything. If there's anything that you think people need to know. It's generally moderately simple, but the game is really, really fun, and I really want this to do well. So I hope, yeah, it does do well. But let me know in the comment section down below your opinions on the game. Any hints, tips that anybody else would appreciate. And yeah, until the next time, thank you very much, everyone. And I'll see you all in the next one.